Hey, I'm back. I'm here. You're there. And somebody's in the back, I think. I think someone's behind it. Oh, wait a minute. I think someone's there. Let me see. Hey, what's up, Tiff?
Oh, God. It's been a last couple of weeks. My God. Ugh.
Well, I'm afraid to ask, but why don't you tell everybody what's going down?
I don't know if you've been watching my channel lately, bruh, but last week I lost a good friend of mine. He passed away in the early morning hours having a heart attack. Like
Oh,
he was a retired comic artist. He worked on both Marvel and DC during the Epic Comics era. And I did a tribute video, posted some of his most latest artwork. And after that, things started to look good for Stop the Shock. The FDA's decided to appeal the DC Circuit Court verdict. But kind of like Depp, they have to kind of ask for permission to appeal first. So we have to see how all of that goes. And then thanks to Planet Q's Queen, I learned yesterday that there is an autistic teen in Cambodia who was jailed over a social media post. I wish I was kidding on that one. So it's been up and down last couple of weeks. Whew.
I'm sorry about that, Tiff, man. That sucks. That sucks. Sorry, I did see you put something up there about that, but I was on vacation, so I didn't kind of catch it. But yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Oh, thanks, I appreciate it. He was a really good guy.
I'm sorry. Well, I don't know if you guys want me to do a witness statement or if you guys want me to go over everything that happened today. So I'm going to leave it to the chat. You guys let me know if you want to today. Just put today. If you want to know everything that's been, want to go over witness statement, just put statement. So it's either today or statement, whichever one you guys want to do. I will do. I'm just going to do a quick roll call. Say hi to everybody. Annie's here. Hi, Annie. Hi, Jane Ruddle. How are you? Hello, how are you, Corrine? Hope all is well. Hello, LC. LC says she's had a rough time too lately. So I'm sorry to hear that. Jane says she wants to go with today. And big hugs, Tiff, says Corrine. Big hugs. A lot of people showing you love. Galette says today. Tracy says a statement. Sherry says today. How was my vacation with Maya and the family? We were good. I don't know if you saw my post, but Maya was on a channel. She was on this channel called Park Hopping, and I put the post up there. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but it was pretty funny. It was pretty cute. Everybody sees today. Okay, so everybody wants to go over what's going on today. Hello, Carmel, saying hi to me and Tiffany. Okay, we'll go over today. So let me jump to the articles and I don't know if anybody else is coming. I know Keely's been tired lately because the kids are going back to school and she's been getting up stupid o'clock now and she has to go to bed at stupid o'clock, just kind of like my friend over here. So that's why she hasn't been on. Gary is exhausted from work. I don't think I'll see him unless he comes on the weekend. Same thing with Zod. So Zod, I don't know about Jay. I don't know what's going on with her. I did invite her, but I don't know. So just be me and Tiff until Tiff has to go to bed in an hour. Because she has to go to bed for stupid o'clock, so I know. But how's the job? Is that going well?
I've been basically fighting because my numbers were down, which is not good in a sales job. And I've been fighting the last couple of weeks pretty successfully to get them up so I will be able to actually keep it and continue to work from home, which is in this state a very, very good thing because this state's gotten hit by the Delta version of the virus pretty hard. And
wow.
I know this because, like I've told you, my mom works in the hospitals. She's had to take time from doing radiology to assist in finding these people places to go that are outside of state because they're full up.
Yeah, yeah. That's, listen. Again, it's everybody's choice. I can't tell me what to do, but I have heard some horror stories. I heard of someone who just got married and she got the COVID and she died. I heard of someone who gave birth to a kid, both her and the child died. These are young people. We're talking 20s. I've seen some really crazy horror stories. Very sad. It's very sad. Janie says we're still in lockdown. I don't even know where Janie is, but she said we're still in lockdown. That's crazy. Mary Lynn said, I just saw this, Tiffany. I'm so sorry for your loss. Planet Q says hi. What's up, Planet Q? Good to see you. Good to see you. So let's go over this. So Johnny Depp today was getting an award, and he spoke out about culture, cancel culture. So I'm going to read this because I thought this was interesting. I'll put up the video tomorrow. You'll be able to see it yourself for those who don't come to the live stream. And Johnny said, no one is safe. No one is safe from cancel culture. This comes from Hollywood Life. So I'm going to read what it says. It says, Johnny Depp breaks his silence on cancel culture and warns no one is safe after he's dropped from Disney. So Johnny Depp, who's 58, didn't mince words. Well, I'm getting a whole bunch of ads. Hold on. Yeah, get out of here. I don't want you. Sorry. A whole bunch of ads popped up. Anyway, he didn't mince words when he addressed cancel culture at the San Sebastian Film Festival on Wednesday, September 22nd. He said it can be seen as an event in history that lasted for however long it has lasted. This cancel culture, this instant rush to judgment based on what essentially amounts to polluted air. The three-time Oscar nominee said during the press conference in Spain today. What else did he say? It says, you'll be able to hear the audio a little bit later tonight. I'm going to play the audio for you guys. You'll be able to hear what he says instead of me reading it. But it's so far out of hand now that I can promise you no one is safe. Not one of you. No one out that door. No one is safe, Johnny added. Johnny was previously set to star in the next Fantastic Beasts film, but he was dropped from Warner Brothers movie franchise, as well as the future of Disney products after losing the libel case. In addition, his new film, Minamata, has not been released in the United States, evidently due to the drama involving the actor. The Pirates of the Caribbean actor also said at the press conference, it takes one sentence and there's no ground. The carpet has been pulled. Yeah, he said all this. It's not just me that this has happened to. It's happened to a lot of people. This type of thing has happened to women, men, children suffering from various types of unpleasantries. Sadly, at a certain point, they began to think that it's normal or that it's them. He said, well, it's not. He went on to call the concept of cancel culture and injustice and implored others to stand up against it. This was from an article called Hollywood Life. Somebody's here. I'm going to get Tiffany's thoughts and everybody's thoughts. And it's Jackie. Jackie, what's up?
Oh, apparently I'm muted. Sorry. So much for proof of life.
Just imitate you, Jackie. What's going on? How's everything?
Well, I've been on vacation for a while now, and I've kind of silenced most of my social media. So I kind of went MIA there, spending time with my family. Moose is sitting right here.
Moose! Will we get a facial appearance from Moose? Will we get to see his face or what?
He says no.
Well. Maybe
one day.
Maybe you'll show a banner? I don't know.
You see my hand.
Oh, okay. Nice to meet you, Moose. So how was your vacation? Where'd you go? What'd you guys do?
Nowhere. Literally, since I've been gone away from home, I literally have just been home since about the 10th of September, and I've just been spending time with family and just doing all the things before I go back to my normal job. So, hi everyone.
Ah, nice. So we just read about Johnny Depp. He talked about cancel culture.
Okay.
He said it could affect everybody, and that you should stand up, and fight against. I think it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. So I just wanted to get your thoughts. Well, she turned off her mic again. Okay, so Stephanie, what were your thoughts on the article?
Well, I mean, I've seen some reactions that were interesting to me. It was being like, well, I'm just a nobody, so I think we're safe. I'm like, but you're not.
Right.
As if you are a minority of any kind, especially if you're disabled, you are not immune. In fact, you've already been experiencing it, and you may not even know it. Media depictions of people like me and the way we supposedly act make it that much harder for us to be able to find jobs outside the home, and especially to maintain them because of the image that is projected out by the media. So sitting there and saying because you're not a Hollywood movie star that cancel culture can't affect you, that what the media says about you can't affect you, it does. It really, really does. And to think that it doesn't is, I don't know. I would, maybe ignorance is bliss, but I can't afford to be that ignorant.
Right. If there's anything I've learned in my line of work is perception is always the reality. And so regardless of what the truth is, it's the perception that is there. And so society has these perceptions of certain people in certain backgrounds, in certain experiences, or with certain life, things, and they just judge them by that. And its perception is the reality. And it's just like I was watching one of Tug's videos earlier, and he was talking about and how she was mocking that one person and talking about something about, I love seeing stereotypes or something like that. And it's just so obnoxious to me that we live in a society where people still treat each other like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it's such a rough road. I mean, I've seen people be canceled out, and I've seen things like cartoons. My God, cartoons I grew up with. They're trying. Oh, we got to get rid of this because of this. It depicts this. How about an American football team have to get rid of their name?
Yeah.
It's a name of a football team. It's not. How about statues being taken down?
Yeah.
I mean, I've never in my life thought I'd ever see anything like this. That everything offends everybody, so we've got to be woke and we've got to, kiss everybody's ass to make everybody happy. So, I mean, what's going to happen next? Is the color of someone's house going to offend somebody? Is someone's name going to offend somebody? It's absurd. It's just getting to a point that it's getting out of control. I mean, way out of control. The companies are bending over the people. Look, Johnny Depp might not be fired today if it wasn't for cancel culture.
Yep.
Right? I mean, he's a perfect example of that. And Gina Carano, I don't know who are Star Wars fans, got axed because of it.
Yep.
I can't imagine to anybody and saying, you know what, I don't like that person, so I'm going to get them fired when it's their livelihood or they need that money to. I don't have the heart to do that to anybody. I don't know.
It blows my mind. I mean, it's just like in the DV community where people are like, oh, well, this is my story. And then you start comparing stories. And it's like, it shouldn't be a comparison. If you're a DV person, you're a DV person. So, like, it just, this whole thing with JD and I cannot wait to see how this is going to end. Just because you're right, Rob. Like, he was canceled on just an accusation. It's been one thing if the companies, like, fired both of them because they didn't want to be involved and didn't want to pick sides, and then just kind of let it play out. But no, they fired the one and they kept the other, and it's like in the end, it's going to destroy them.
So Janie says this is just a swing of the pendulum. For so long, minorities had no voice, and now social media has allowed us to be heard, and everyone is shouting. Well, I mean, I'm not talking about minorities. I'm talking about overall. Like overall. I just think that some things are a little ridiculous. And I mean, most of you are here because of what reason? Because we got people like who come in my comment section and attack you guys because I'm not gonna say who it is, but she believes that we're wrong. She believes Amber is correct because and what was her reason? I asked her, what's your proof? She said, because the judge said so. That's what I got. You know, people believe because Amber Heard said something and everybody jumped down this guy's throat.
Mm-hmm.
How about hearing it? How about, there's two sides to a story. Let's get both sides. Like right now, the biggest thing is Gabby case that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
That's another domestic violence thing. And I saw some body cam where she said, oh, I hit him and he pushed me. And man, I can't imagine what the hell was this guy thinking. And you could say I'm wrong, but I think he's 100% guilty. I think he 100% killed her because somebody who's not guilty wouldn't go running.
Uh-huh.
He would have been like, oh my God, I got to call the police. Or he would have been with her. They would have both have been dead. Or he would have been severely hurt. Or he would have been like frantically calling the police or somebody for help. Or we would have heard him on the side of the road and someone found him. And we didn't hear none of that. So, you just got to think outside the box. You got to put everything together and you got to say to yourself, well, I agree. Some things are racist and I never agree with them. And I believe that they should be taken care of. I agree, but not everything. I think there's a limit. There's an extreme. Like some things I'm like, this is absolutely absurd. Like, oh my God, we're going to go after Pepe Le Pew and we're going to go after Elmer Fudd because he's got a gun. You're going after Elmer Fudd because he's got a gun. I mean, are you kidding me? You can't see that to me. Does that have to do with it?
Wasn't the point of Elmer Fudd to make fun of the gun toters?
Mm-hmm.
Aren't they defeating their purpose? Because he is depicted as an idiot with a gun who's bested by a rabbit constantly.
Right.
Isn't he a walking PSA of exactly what they want?
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Yeah, I agree with the football team too. I agree. But I have to say to yourself, well, there's other team names, right? Like we got baseball. We have called the Atlanta Braves. Is that a little offensive?
Mm-hmm.
How about the Cleveland Indians? Right? You got. So if you're going to go that out, you got other teams too. Now I heard also Cleveland is going to actually be a part of that and take the Indians out of their name. So, I believe rights. I believe that everybody should be treated equal. I don't believe anybody should be treated any less than that. I've always felt that way. Otherwise, I wouldn't work with the people I work with. I have nothing against that. I just think some things are like ridiculous. Bugs Bunny, like I think it's a cartoon. It's made for jokes. We see guns in shows all the time, right? We see guns in movies all the time. We see more violence in a movie than you do with a cartoon. It's a cartoon. I just think some things are a little outrageous. That's why I got so involved in this Johnny Depp, because I think, look at all this evidence, and that's why I keep doing videos and I keep putting it out there, and I keep doing these Johnny Depp shorts, and I keep doing what he talks about, and how he treats fans, and I'm trying to get it nailed into the coffin. That how do you guys still don't believe the guy? How do you believe he's still a wife beater? How?
Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous.
There's just some things that just don't make sense. There's some things you say, okay, this I understand, but this I don't. This is a little too far-fetched. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think a cartoon is too far-fetched. I understand, okay, there's certain statues because they represent slavery or forced slavery. Yeah, I understand. I get that. I get the some of the the team names, but and some things are just crazy. I mean, like, so there's some things I agree with, some things I don't. But then it's just my opinion. I don't know.
I just feel like it should all be equal. Like if they're gonna have someone doing, changing one team, they need to change all the teams that are offensive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, so I was like, why did you still have the Atlanta Braves, the Cleveland Indians, but you take away Washington? Like, wait a minute, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, why did you take away them, but you didn't take away the others?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. It just that didn't make any sense to me. It was like they centered on this one team. I said, yeah, but there's other teams that named these things.
Yep.
Like, why aren't you going after them? How did you pick them but not the others? I don't get it. I don't get it.
I will say I was really entertained about all the positive buzz that JD's been getting because of his little Pirates of the Caribbean coin that he was wearing as an accessory.
Yeah, I mean, listen, today he got an award. He's at film festivals. People are screaming his name. People are coming out in droves for him. And Amber's sitting there with Eve Barlow at a restaurant looking miserable,
Yep.
And I'm like, well,
Karma.
You brought this on yourself.
Yup.
You brought this on yourself.
You see, and the thing that's so frustrating too about all of this.
Oh, by the way, LC, I was jumped. By the way, I was jumped by 10 people in high school, and not once. By the way, it happened twice to me. And yes, it was close to color my skin. And I didn't do anything to them, and I didn't report them, and I just moved forward, and I just let it go. So yes, I have been a target of it, and people judge me again. There's people who judge me because, like, I had a Puerto Rican guy who worked with me and thought I was rich. And I said, dude, let me tell you my history. I had no cable. I had no car. My phone barely got by. I was far not rich. Far not rich. There was a lot of things. People used to make fun of me because of my clothes I wore because I couldn't afford things. I could afford what they could afford it. They had the biggest, best brand names. I think I couldn't afford that. I didn't have that kind of money. So, yeah, I got ridiculed. I got bullied. I got made fun of. I got jumped. And all this happened. So when people sit there and say, well, it didn't happen to you. Well, maybe it didn't happen to a group, but it happened to me personally. So I've been through everything you could possibly think of. I said, I've been through domestic violence. I've been through an earthquake. I've been through a flood. I've been through a hurricane. I've been through blackouts. I've been through operation because my appendix burst and I could have been dead in a half hour had the doctor not been there for me. I've been hit by 3 cars. I can go on and on and on and on about my history. It would employ you. So, yes, I have been through racism. I have been through other things. So, again, if you judge me because of my skin color, you're wrong. I hate to hear that. You're wrong. So that's why I don't bring racism. That's why I don't bring up politics. That's why I don't bring up certain things because I don't want to start fights. But it's happened to me. And I've been a target. That's what it feels like. So I just want to say that. Go ahead, though.
So my whole thing that I was trying to say is the thing that she doesn't understand is even if, I highly doubt, but even if a margin of a chance that he did abuse her at some point in their relationship, she has ruined any credibility for herself that she could ever try to get that corrected. Hi, Planet Q. And, and it's just kind of like, and that's the thing that is so mind-boggling to me. Is she was so fixated on creating this giant lie. And so at this point, if he did, highly unlikely, but if he did actually abuse her, like, what is she going to do? Like, there's no way that she can prove it now because she's made herself look so unreliable.
Yeah. Again, LC, have I ever had cops be brutal to me? Yeah. I had 2 policemen stop, 2 white guys, get out of a car, tell us we were stupid. Even though they told us to pass by, they waved out the window, passed us by because we thought that they were giving out tickets to cars that were double parked because everybody was double parked. There was nowhere for us to go. So they pulled us over and they would curse us out until I got into the front of the judge and I went crazy because I said, what's up? Why would you treat me like that? So, and one time when I was part of a criminal case, and they said, and by the way, the guy who was criminal case, he was a black man, and they said to me, well, you know, do you have a problem? And I said, most definitely. And I said, if you got this man here for a little bit of drugs, I'm sorry, I'm down with him, because I think this is absolutely ridiculous and a waste of the court's time. And they looked at me like, and the defendant wanted me in the case, and of course the city did not want me in the case, so they booted me out of the criminal case because of what I chose. And I chose that man over the police because that's how I felt. I was so frustrated with the way they treated me. So again, you think everybody thinks, oh, it's just one way. It's not. You have no idea. That is not true, and that is and that whatsoever. That is not true whatsoever. And I don't want to get into me. I don't want to talk about me. I'm trying not to talk about me, but you guys bring me back to talking about me. So yeah, there's a lot I've been through in my life. You don't get it. My life is rich. I don't have a silver spoon. I struggle and I fight and I claw every single day. That's what I do. Due to my race, though, how do I know? I don't know what the guy was thinking, but I do know what he said to me, and I do know what he said to my friend, and I looked at him like, are you fucking for real? Are you for real? Do you know what you did? And when I got him in front of the judge looked at him and said, well, based on what they told me, you're the idiot. So, you know, listen, I fight for right, and I always will. And that's why I usually wind up fighting with so many people, because I fight for justice. I'm a Libra. You know what Libras are? A scale. You know what the courts are? A scale. We do at court, we fight for justice. That's what I do. I've always been that way.
So much sense. Now that I know that you're a Libra, like, that makes so much sense as to why you are the way you are.
I just believe equality. I believe that it doesn't matter what a person looks like, it's who they are. Like Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, I took the two people, I evaluated it before I did a video, I listened, and I said, okay, who's right, who's wrong here? She's wrong. She's wrong. She's an abuser. It didn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's who she is. Who
Right.
she is. It's the person she is. It doesn't matter if she's from China. I don't care where she was from or what she looked like. The bottom line is what she's. That's what it's about. That's it. That's what it's about. It doesn't. You know what's right, what's wrong. You know, do I think George Foreman? I'll get into that. Do I think that was right with the cop? No, it's totally wrong. Totally wrong. I saw the video. It was horrible. Called for. You know, again, I fight for what's right and what's wrong. I evaluate. I look at the video. You know, that's what you got to do. People don't do. They don't educate themselves. They just said, oh, the judge said John's guilty. Throw him out of Disney. Throw him out of Warner Brothers. What did he do wrong? What did he do wrong? That's the guy who gave said, Mr. Depp did nothing wrong. He's not a criminal. He's not a criminal. He's done no criminal act. He's been accused of nothing. Why wouldn't I give someone like this, who's achieved so much in acting, who's made so many happy? Why would I not give him this award? And he fought for him, and good for him. And he deserved this award today. He deserved it.
Yeah.
He deserved it. And this is what I fight for. This is what I'm standing up for. You know, I'm standing up for what I feel is the right thing. And I get ridiculed by this woman who's cursing me out. I don't see anybody coming to my aid. She's been fighting with me in my comment section for a while now. And I don't care. I just keep going to that comment and I keep plastering her. I keep going after her. Because I know what's right.
Anybody who sits there and tries to tell me, but the judge said so, I'm like, yeah, do you know how many judges have passed on the Judge Rotenberg Center? I didn't trust judges way before this case.
Right.
Passing on that school and keep passing on that school and keep passing on that school. And you want me to tell me to trust a judge?
Right. Yeah, listen, not all judges are correct. We've had a judge who took money. He took money. And what he did was he made sure that divorce cases were a certain way because he got paid off. It didn't matter. It had nothing to do with race. It had nothing to do with religion. It had nothing to do with it. It had to do with green. He saw green. He was offered green. And you know what? He went with the green. And he ruled in favor of the person who gave him the green. until he got busted. You know, so I mean, there's one bad apple. You know, there's always a bad apple. Exactly, Sean. Johnny didn't do anything wrong. What did he do wrong? Speaking of Amber Heard has issued this comes from the real Lara B on Twitter. Amber has issued a new subpoena for documents for the LAPD. Keep in mind, there is already a motion filed in California regarding, I don't know what this means, a Hitchis motion covering much of this. So California has jurisdiction for this. Now I'm going to read some of it to you. I thought this was interesting. So this is Amber Heard subpoenaing the LAPD again. I think it's going to come back and bite her ass, but I hope it does. So they want all documents and communications of any nature respecting any investigation and disciplining actions taken by officers Sienna and Hayden for any conduct up to December 31st of 2016. This, I believe, is the first two officers. This is the first, I believe. Go ahead. You going to say, Jackie?
I was just trying to figure out where we were at. I walked away for a second.
Amber Heard has subpoenaed the LAPD.
Oh, yeah. I laughed so hard when I saw that. My immediate thought was, people have been trying to tear down the LAPD for years. Like, what makes her think she's going to be able to do it?
I don't know. And then this is true, and this could be said about Tiffany. I'm discriminated against because of my disability sometimes. This planet here. I have ADHD, and people like to make fun of me and the way I talk and look.
Oh, no. I always have a target on my back. All the time. Anytime I go out the door. It's actually quite startling. So I may not understand it. These things don't happen to me because of my race. I understand that. They do happen to me because I am a disability. Not only because I have a disability, I am a very outspoken individual with a disability that is highly, highly, highly discriminated against. So, it's been jobs, it's been by medical so-called professionals, it's by mental health professionals, it's been by people with Social Security back in the day. I was always either too autistic to succeed and get a job, but not autistic enough in order to hold on to help. Yeah, believe me, I may not have the same experience. There are things that go on with racism that I will never understand, and I will freely admit that fact. However, I have been discriminated against because of the way I was born. I know what that is like.
Yeah. Listen, I got made fun of because I had glasses. I got made fun of because I was skinny. I got made fun of because I didn't have the big clothes. I got made fun of because I have money. I had girls say, "Oh, you don't have a car, so I can't go out with you." It was so much shit, and this is how it was, you know. So whatever, you know, it was what it was. It is what it is. You know, you move on, you grow from it, you go stronger from it. You know.
Yeah. I got made fun of because my imagination is wild and I'm an author, so.
Jesus, people pick on anything. Johnny's girl, by the way, thank you. I saw you the donation, but I didn't catch what it was because the screen went too fast. So I'll do your comment. It says, when you look at the evidence and know that JD has done nothing wrong, and Amber Heard has continued to lie about Depp. Thank you, Johnny's girl. I saw you gave me something, and I missed that. Chairman, I love all you guys. You guys should know that. I love all of you. That's why I'm fighting, guys. I'm standing right here. And I'm going to put this up from Janie Davis. You can read it while I read the subpoena. So she wants all documents, communications, and any nature respect any investigation. She wants, again, everything is all documents and communications. So I'm not going to keep repeating it. Of any nature respecting any investigation where Officer Sienna's and Hayden followed LAPD policy, procedures, or protocols, responding to the call. Oh, my God. at the Eastern on May 21st, 2016, respecting Mrs. Heard. So they're trying to say that they want to make sure they followed all the protocols and procedures they were supposed to do. Did they not do that? Did they not state that they came in the building? They asked her if she wanted to file a report. They asked her. Oh my God, this woman is a mental case, man. This woman is a mental case. I swear to God.
Weren't these officers DV trained so they would know exactly what was going on as soon as they walked through?
Yeah. One of them was. That's right. One of them was. I forget which one it was, but again, nature respecting any investigations, whether officers Hayden Sienna has followed LAPD policy protocol in use of their body cameras. Oh, this would be so good if we get the body cameras from the officers. In use of the body cameras or preservation of the video footage from their body cameras in responding to call on May 21st, 2016, respecting Miss Heard.
I'm going to say this. Is this woman running on all four cylinders?
I don't know.
She demanded body cams. It didn't go so well for her. A lot of her stands jumped over to our side. She wants to go and do it again?
Cherry! Cherry!
What's up, Cherry? I am dying to see the first body cam. I am so hoping that this subpoena brings it out. Because, listen, we've gone over this last week, how Trinity, who worked in the building from 8 to 4, saw Miss Heard with no marks on her face Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and she knew Johnny left the building and didn't come back. And then on Friday, she had that little zit in her face. And she's like, she even went through footage and saw that her and Rocky and her sister were playing, and laughing and pretending they're punching her and having a good time about it. I mean, she's stupid. Is she in denial? She's got to be in denial, this woman. What is she thinking? Why would she want to see the body camera? We already saw the body camera. What do you think? It's going to be a different story?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Or she's going to try to alter it or something.
I don't know how she could possibly do that. I don't know either, Felicia. I have no idea. But I'll tell you, is people with glasses, hence, and yourself. I don't know. I don't know why they make fun of us. I don't have an answer to that. I wish I did. I just don't have it. You're very stupid,
the one
Tina.
thing I was never offended by. So they're like, 4 eyes, I guess, and
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
What?
I don't get it.
You
I
got
don't-
nothing? You got nothing better? Nothing? Okay, I'm gonna eat my lunch now. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate ya. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't. Jane Ruddle, why wasn't Amber Heard's camp so obsessed with the police officers having notes and official reports when they found nothing? I don't know.
Do embarrassing things like call emergency.
I don't know. I think it's really stupid to go after the officers of all things. This is not the people I go after.
Yeah.
I would.
Especially when the judge's husband is a cop.
Yeah, and not only that, but it's like I'm assuming she still lives in LA, right? So, like, what happens if she tries to do this and then the LAPD, she has an actual issue one day and the LAPD knows who this woman is and they're going to be like, no, not helping you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't get it. I think this is a move. I mean, I'm going to read the rest, but Tanya goes, people joke about epilepsy all the time. Oh, can I throw the washing in the bath with you, Tanya? I don't get butthurt, though. It's just a joke. Yeah, but I understand. But I don't know why people pick on things, you know. And then when you go to make fun of them, they can't handle it. I was like, you make fun of me, but I can't make something about you. You're perfect. And I don't know. They want number 4. All training materials from any training program taken by or otherwise provided to the officers prior to May 21st. I don't know what. I don't know what they're trying to say. They're not trained properly. All documents reflecting the training taken by the officers before 21st. Please include the types of training, date, and whether in person or online. They're trying to say that these officers weren't trained properly. That's what they're trying to use. That would be their defense.
Oh, for the love
Oh my
of God.
God.
You don't need to be trained properly to see no damage. Like,
Hey,
do I
Cindy.
need to have a little paper certification to see that there's no glass on the floor? Seriously?
That's a great point, Tiffany. That's a great point. All documents reflecting the training and transition. So you're getting the point about training. Okay. Let me see. Number 7. All documents reflecting the date on which the officers were issued body cameras. Why? Oh my God! Why would they go after the body cam?
Yeah, well, that's the problem, isn't it? All the cancer ones have got in their drawer.
Say it again. Say it again.
Yeah, but they're handfuls.
Oh, sorry.
Jackie?
That was totally an accident. My bad.
Okay. Well, what were you saying?
I wasn't saying anything.
Oh, I thought you were saying something. I'm sorry.
No, my phone started playing.
Okay. Leanne says she's probably going to say that the body cam footage had been doctored to hide all the damage and not show her injuries. Huh. That's an interesting point, but I don't know how it's not going to do that. I don't know why would the police doctor it? They didn't even know who. Their report, which is funny, their report was the first thing was Amber and John Heard. So they didn't even see Johnny. So they didn't know he was a celebrity. And they didn't know who Amber Heard was. They thought it was Johnny Heard. I wouldn't think anything about police. Johnny Heard? I don't know who Johnny Heard is. I know who Johnny Depp is, yes. But I don't know who Johnny Heard is. And, and when they got there, in the second footage, we had Johnny here? No. Do you want to report anything? No. Are you okay? Oh, we're fine. And they're drinking wine. They're drinking wine. I mean, if you look real carefully, you see 3 people, you see some shirts, and you see one of them holding a wine glass.
Yeah. And there's a wine glass on the table too, isn't there?
Yeah, I think there's a small bottle somewhere. Of course, the police wouldn't doctor the footage. I agree with you, Sean. Rob, if you notice that JD gets attention, she has to try to one up on him. When the calm is there, she tries to create a. Yes, that's a great. Maybe Jack agrees. Exactly, Tina. Why would the police lie? They're not involved in this. They have no reason to lie. They're not going to be jailed for this. There's no punishment to them.
Right, and they're not on his payroll either. Like, that's the thing that bothers me is she's trying to make it sound like they're on Johnny's payroll. And it's like, the worst thing Johnny's ever done is smoke a little dope, pop some pills, and drink some alcohol. He's a rock star, y'all.
Michelle is trying to find any way possible to discredit the footage. Yeah, you're correct, Michelle. You're right. You're right. But you know what? I don't know. They're trained for this. Whatever. So, the dates on which the officers were issued body cameras, including all documents shown, the specific dates of any changes in the body camera equipment, and the dates of any malfunctions or use of the wrong body camera equipment. Oh boy, they're really, really reaching here. Really reaching. All forms completed by the officers or on their behalf for the period of October 1st, 2015 to August 1st, 2016. Why would they want to know all the way back that? Why is that relevant? October 1st of 2015 had nothing to do with these officers. They came. What is the purpose of that? Reflecting their failure to turn on the body cameras, malfunctions, or to capture or upload process to evidence or any other. So they're trying to say like the officers are retarded. They're stupid. I should say retarded is the word. I should say they're dumb. They're stupid. They're incompetent. Those are the words I should say. Those are the correct words.
But how she's trying to combat that by saying they don't know how to use body cams properly. I'm like, Well, apparently they do, considering we all could understand what we were seeing with that body cam. Just because it's not the footage you want doesn't mean they don't know how to work their camera equipment. Just saying.
And yeah, that's true. That's very true. And it's funny, they want things to happen before the event. Like they want, which is none of their business. And first of all, I don't even think it's legal to have evidence like body cam footage from the period of May 1st through May 31st. First off, these are cases, okay? When those body cameras come on, this is a case. This is not their business. This is not any of their business. They should not be entitled to seeing any kind of footage of any other person's case. This is somebody else's case going on. Oh, we need to see body cam footage for this period. Why? Why? It's only the date that it happened. You don't need to see any other person's footage. Or should you be? It's not your case. What is that about? They're getting worried about the first officer's body cam footage. Yes, I agree with you, Michelle. Felicia's beast and have facial tics, both my eyebrows, eye blinking and rolling, etc. It gets worse when I drink caffeine. Oh, we'll try to stay away from caffeine. Elias clutching on straw does die. Absolutely, I totally agree. That's exactly this purpose.
That much space.
What was that, Moose?
He's playing a game.
I thought Moose wanted to say something. Hey, Isamello, how are you? Yeah, how are you? Hope all is well. The testimony, Carol says, how are you? Oh, sorry, Carol, not Caroline. Carol says the testimony of the police is then at cross purposes, and it shows that Amber Heard lied about another detail and was trying to hide who she was. Yeah. LC says it was the second set of cops that had the body cams. Yeah, but they're going after the first set here. Maybe they do have body camera footage that we haven't seen. Johnny's girl says body cam. She really wants to go down the dead end road. Look what happened the last time she won. They didn't have body cam for all officers back then. Only some officers. Yeah, well, we're gonna find out. I really hope they had footage. I really hope they did. I really hope they did. That says, so she really can't blame them for not having body cams on, as it wasn't protocol at the time. And that's what she's trying to say. Maybe she's trying to say, oh, they didn't have on the camera before. How can you show, you're the first set that got there? How do we know what you're saying is true? Yeah, and I hope so, Michelle Fox. I hope there's a first body cam footage to come. I hope so. God, I've been waiting and hoping for that. So there's more. I mean, supervisor logs for any sergeant working on May 21st or 22nd. All documents reflecting the equipment. So basically, she's trying to get anything she can. Notebooks, God in heaven. Anything having to do with the equipment. She wants to see if the equipment has malfunctioned. Anything with the body camera, that's what she seems to be going after in the subpoena. I think it's not such a good move on her part. I don't know. What do you think of all this, Tiff? What do you think about her going after the cops, trying to subpoena them with the body cam footage? What do you think?
Other than the fact she's an idiot.
You're always so good at words, Tiff.
This didn't go so well for her the last time she made these types of demands. What in the name of God does she think now? Because she magically wills it to be better, it will be? Nah.
The art of manifestation only works if you're serious about the art of manifestation.
And let's not just put that. She continues to make demands on these cops with a judge who is married to a cop. Okay? Can we possibly get more stupid? But Judge, all officers are liars, right? That's the wrong judge to be trying to portray that sort of image to. The wrong judge to be trying to pull that crap with. And I'm just going to say it. So either A, the judge just dismisses it outright, being done with her and how she continues to treat cops, or 2, she lets it through, and all of a sudden she shoots herself again in the foot. Like every time she makes these demands, she shoots herself in the foot. You would think she should learn, maybe we should work on the litigating the things that we already have and arguing what's already there instead of introducing even more evidence that Ben Chu and the judge will pick apart. Just saying. Does she like it when things backfire? Does she have a weird kink we're all unaware of where she just likes to shoot herself in the foot? I mean, to each their own, but I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Even the crickets have opinions, maybe. I guess you hear the crickets in the background. Oh, that's funny. Oh, just to let you all know that Johnny Depp is trending on Twitter. There's 30.5 thousand tweets right now, so that's awesome. I think that's great. I just wanted to let you know. I think that's pretty awesome. Let me see if I can. Let's see. I got to search again. There's more that happened today, so I want to get to that. Again, the real Lara B is on the trail, but Twitter's not cooperating with me right now. Hold on a second. No, not Stan Lee. God rest his soul. Just that guy. Yeah, real Lara B. So let's see what she posted. Lara B posts like 20 things and real quick. It's hard for me to keep up with everything she posts, but there's something else that was filed today. Hold on, let me get to it. Give me a second. Amber Heard has filed her motion for interlocutory appeal. I'm not quite sure what this is, but I'm going to find out now. So let's see if I can. I can't. It's not letting me to read it here. Hold on. I try to make it bigger. I'm going to get my mouse and try to make it bigger. I'm trying to use this mouse pad, but it's not working too well. I want to try to read it to you. Let's see if I could get it up here. That doesn't sound right. I know. That doesn't sound right. Cherry. Oh. Took me to another page. No. Yeah, here we go. It just doesn't seem that I can get the image any bigger. It's getting smaller. I don't want it to get smaller. Well, I'll try to read. I'm going to have to go really close to the laptop to try and read this for you guys. So hold on a second. Let me try to read it. The supplemental plan. I'm going to try to understand it. Johnny Depp conceded was his clear preference over this proceeding for deciding the same issues presented here. Substantial grounds for differences of opinion on these issues and no clear controlling precedent on the point in the decisions of the Supreme Court of Virginia. Oh, so she's appealing. She's trying to say, I can't believe she's appealing the judge's order, it appears, saying that this is their argument is that the London case seems to be the same thing as the United States case, and that the same should apply. And the judge said, "Oh, she tried 3 times and she dismissed it, and now she's appealing the Virginia judge's decision on it." And she's saying, "Well, look, there's really nothing substantial here," and I disagree. How much evidence has come out since the UK trial? We've had the fact that Amber hasn't given to charity. We didn't have that before. We had the second officer's body camera. We didn't have that before. So we've had things pop up that we haven't seen before. There would have evidence that was withheld because of Elon Musk's former attorney, right? How about that she's on the beach after she's saying she broke her nose? She has 2 broken ribs, busted eye, and she's taking pictures and she's hanging with Johnny on the beach because she's claiming that. Like, wait a minute, how could you claim that? But then you're on the beach with him. It doesn't make any sense. And we saw those pictures of Madam Waldman. So there's so many things that go against. I don't understand why people don't realize this. I think it's because social media put it out there. I think that's the problem. I think that's the real problem here. I mean, but that they're trying to appeal. I don't think they're going to win this appeal. I don't think they're going to appeal at all. Well, good luck, Amber. That's all I'm going to say. Good luck with that. But I don't see. I don't see that happening at all. I don't know. I don't see. I don't know why Twitter's doing this to me. Hold on. I got to go into Twitter again. There's something else that came out too. My God, how much did Amber file here? Amber filed something else. So let me see what it is. All right, I have to go back to the real Lara B again because my stupid thing is not working. Sorry about that. But I just want to get everything that dropped today. Lara. There she is. Okay, so let's see what else she has. So she's going for an appeal. She subpoenaed the LAPD. And she did one more. I think she did something else I'll share with you guys. Oh, okay. I don't understand everything. So I don't quite get all this that I'm reading to you, to be honest. The judges finally signed and uploaded the order for the discovery consolator, a discovery referee. Okay. Although per New York City filings, we know this has been in place for quite a while. California, where we saw the first one, had been appointed in Fairfax. Okay. So they were trying, and I remember they were arguing over this. They're trying to get a referee to try and help out with the case, because that's what referees do when the judges are overloaded with work. They have a referee to try and help them out with the case when it's especially as deep as this one is. And for some reasons, Johnny was for it, Amber's team wasn't for it, and finally they appointed one, and it was a big whoop-de-doo. I don't understand why it was. But Amber's team, but every little thing, every nook, every cranny, every possible little thing you could find, she argues about. Like everything. He wanted to suspend the case. That was a problem. Everything is an argument. Everything. That's why the judge says, if you keep giving me this BS, you keep filing all these filings, I'm just going to keep sanctioning you. So today she went for an appeal on the judge's decision. Today, she subpoenaed the LAPD, and Johnny said what he said about cancel culture, how it affects everybody, and how he feels that, on anybody. So that's all the things that had dropped for today, plus Johnny getting the award, which was really awesome. So I thought that was really great. Those are the things that happened today. I think I can get into a little bit about... But I know Tiffany's got to go, so I'm gonna let her say what she's got to. She's got to get the stupid o'clock, and then we'll get into a witness statement. So Tiffany, I'm gonna give it to you.
All right, guys. Well, as you know, as always, I'm continuing to work on the Judge Rotenberg case and keeping up with my pledge to put out one video a day until that place is either closed down or burned down, whichever comes first. I'm also going to be keeping my eye on the developments with Savon Che, the Cambodian autistic teen who was arrested and put into prison for a post on social media. I'll be keeping an eye on that too. A lot of us are starting to watch that closely. Again, thank you very much, Minute Q's Queen, who brought that to my attention. And of course, I'm going to continue to cover this case as well, as per usual. Sorry, not the usual rant, folks. I'm a little tired.
It's okay. Listen, Tiffany, it's such a pleasure to have you on. Thank you for being here. You're always welcome. Hope you come on this weekend. Hopefully, people will join this weekend, and because I know everybody's tired and there's school and work, and I get it. I get on late, but there's nothing I can do. So hopefully, you'll come on this weekend. But get some rest. Much love to you. I'm sorry about your friend. Really am, and I hope your sales go up to the end of the week. That's all I can say. I really do.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
You have a great night, okay?
You too. Bye, everyone.
Take care. So I don't really, and I lost Jackie. I don't know what's going on with her, but personally, I don't understand why Amber would want the first body cams. The second didn't go the way she wanted. Why on earth would she want to take a shot at seeing the first body cams? I mean, I don't know. I just don't think that's such a great idea. Not at all. So I'll be doing videos about all these witness statements. So for the second hour, we will get into witness statements and what you guys say in the comment section. Jackie says she'll be back shortly. And I want to thank Johnny's girl again. Thank you so much. The tamper with them. Yeah, Rebecca, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Elsie, it says AH blamed her lawyers for the DV TRO and the divorce filing too. That's an old scapegoat story that she employs when she doesn't want to be accountable. Well, now she's going to blame the ACLU for the op-ed, right? Because we all know that that was found out earlier this year, that the ACLU wrote the op-ed and Amber Heard edited and went along with it. So I'm sure she's going to blame them and say somehow, some way that they persuaded her to do this. So we went over Trinity last time. We went over Alejandro. Those are two people who work in the building, and I thought that was pretty amazing witness statements. We went over Malcolm, who talked about Johnny Depp when he picked him up when he had his finger chopped off. We went over his statement. I'll do videos on all these, so if people don't want to watch the live streams, they can watch it. Corrine says, I truly believe she did something stupid on the body cam and she just realized it. It's possible. It's possible. You're waving goodbye to Tiffany like she could see me. Felicia had to go, so bye, Felicia. We'll wave goodbye to her. Rebecca says, and she wants to discredit the police for not following her. Yeah, I guess so. She's an idiot. I don't know what they're trying. Like someone said earlier, she's just trying to pick at straws. Tanya said she's asking for them because she knows they don't exist. She knows they don't exist because when she filed for them the first. Hi. She's asking for them because she knows they didn't exist. She knows they don't exist because when she filed for them the first time, only the second set of cops' body cam was available. She's trying to discredit. Yeah, it makes sense. The Stream Notes always does this every hour to me. I don't know why. Maybe it needs an update. I don't understand it. I don't know. So we went over Trinity. We went over Malcolm. We got Tara Roberts. We got Stephen Daughters. Go over Stephen. Or did we go over Stephen? We might have done Stevens. Is Stephen the guy on the airplane? I think he was the guy in the airplane. I think we went over his. Let me see. If there's an exhibit, then we went over Stephen last time. Yeah, we went over Stevens. I remember now because he's the airplane where he sat and where they all sat and how Stephen Daughters basically said that it was impossible for Johnny to pick up a chair when it's nailed to the floor. And I saw everything that happened. So yeah, so that's right. I can come on the stream if you want. Let me see how to do that. I would have to take myself off the stream for a minute to do that, to drop the link. I think that's the only way. Okay, hold on. I'll drop the link. I'm going to knock myself off the stream, and I'll put myself back on again. So hold on, I'll be right back. This is the only way I can do it. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I think it's the only way. I can't seem to invite anybody from here. No, it doesn't help me. Oops. Yeah, let me try to get the link. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to drop the link now. Hopefully this works. Yeah, I dropped the link into the chat. So if anybody wants to come on, you can. We went over Stephen Daughters. We went over Trinity. We went over Malcolm. So next is Tara Roberts. Let's see what Tara Roberts has to say. Tara Roberts will be the next person we go over. Oh yeah, listen, Tina, she did hit Elon. There was a point when they were dating that they both had marks on them, as far as I heard. So yeah, I think her and Elon did hit each other. By the way, I think it was also a very toxic relationship. Yeah, Stephen Daughters was on the plane, and his testimony was how Amber was dying. Basically, she couldn't pick up a chair. Johnny couldn't hit her with the chair. It was nailed to the ground, and he had just passed out. And he went to the bathroom, and he stayed in the bathroom, so he never threw a boot at her. And that's all the stuff. And that was on my other stream, other live stream. I have Sherry here, and I have hello.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
How's everything?
Great.
Good, great. Thanks for being here. Sherry, you're muted. You could talk if you want to, Sherry, anytime you want. So, yeah.
Good.
That's right. Yeah, a lot of men pictured with Amber Heard seem to have a black eye. Yeah. Someone else is. Oh, someone clicked off. And hold on, let me get.
Hey, sorry about that.
Hey, Jackie.
Hi.
Hi, Jackie.
Hi, Carol.
So we got Carol, and we got Jackie, and we got me. Hey, party! I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it.
Nice.
People saying hi to you.
Hi, Corinne.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this love. Look at this love for you.
Hi, Marilyn.
Look at this.
Hey, Rebecca. I can't see any comments. This is the first time I've ever gone live.
Elsie's hi.
Hi, Elsie.
That's awesome.
Hi, Planet Queen.
Planet Q. Planet Q says hi.
Q.
Awesome. I'm going to read a little bit into Roberts, but before we do, since I don't remember ever having Carol here. Carol.
No.
I'm gonna put you solo, and you're gonna tell everybody.
Oh no, you don't have to do that.
How you feel about this whole thing, the whole Johnny Depp to Amber Heard. I'm gonna give you the floor, so go right ahead and say hi.
Hi, I'm Carol. I'm in Australia. I have had the pleasure of meeting Johnny twice, just very briefly, when he was filming in Australia.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I am an artist, so he signed some drawings of mine. I've also been doing basically writing a really, really, really detailed timeline, going through all the statements and just everything, where she was, where he was. So I'm sort of a bit all over. I've been reading through all the documents, so I'm a bit all over the case and very passionate about it, and thinks it's just so wrong for him to be treated the way that he has been. Thank you,
I agree.
Marilyn.
I'll put people's comments as I can so you could see them. Jana is here. Hello, Jana.
Hey, Rob. How are you doing, hon?
Good. How's everything?
Hi, Hannah.
I'm trying to get the icon up. Anyway,
It's okay. You could stay in the dark. I'm going to give you a solo. You could introduce yourself to everybody and say whatever you like. Go ahead.
Oh, no, guys. I don't want to introduce myself. I just work for attorneys and a judge. And there's a reason that I keep staying on top of these YouTube channels and letting people know what AH is doing. So I just wanted to pop in and say hey to Rob.
Hello. Hello. Okay, I'll take you out of solo now. You said you work for a judge and you work for. Are you like me? Are you a clerk in the courts or?
No, I wasn't a clerk. I was no. I actually went. God, when it started 20 years ago, I was a paralegal.
Paralegal.
Yes, yes.
Nice.
And we had to go through depositions. You know, we had to help our attorneys. So we're the ones that went through all the documents and had to go through everything. And the attorneys gave us permission to go and look at everything. So we had to go through and look at everything. So as a paralegal, you have to look at what is not being said versus what they are saying. And
Right.
that is what our duty was. And every time AH quote made a comment and she was throwing her hands, we also had to go through training of the placement of people. We had to go through and visualize what they were saying without them not saying it.
Right.
So when she did that first deposition, when she was throwing her hands and eating the chocolate or whatever she was eating, it was a flag to the people that does court issues. And that is what I was trained for. And after that fact, I actually moved up and worked for a judge. And when you get to work for a judge, it's a different situation because it becomes where you have to pick out the jury. It has to come to who really is involved, and
Right.
it is an entire situation. So, Carol, are you agreeing or disagreeing?
Sorry?
I said, are you agreeing or disagreeing?
About what?
That you have to. Did you work for a lawyer or a judge?
No, I don't work for a lawyer or a judge.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm just going through all the documents myself.
Oh, okay. Well, I keep hear someone saying, yeah. But here's what it is, Rob.
Right.
You're in the court, right?
Yeah.
You're a clerk, correct?
Yes. Yes.
And you see things that come through.
A lot. A lot. You know, and listen, like I said, I just try to this all day. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not, but we read everything and we hear everything. I mean, you just have to break it down and you have to say, well, does this make sense? Well, wait a minute. We say A, but this one says B, but the footage shows this, but the recording says this. So if you break it all down, which is what I try to do desperately, that's why I do these live streams. That's why I read these things to you with you guys live, because I think it's more exciting to do it live than it is for me just to do a video. I don't know how people cannot understand. Like someone said tonight, I missed. Well, I forgot who it was. Someone said, "Why did the police lie?" Exactly. Why would the police not file a report? Now, the police are going to lie about Amber Heard. How about the woman Gabby? Wouldn't they be lying about? Look how they took her out of the car. They did this. You saw, if you watch the footage, you'll see what they did with her and Brian. Right? And what do they do here? They try to come in. We got Josh Drew saying in his statement, he says, I just let them in and I did whatever. No, you didn't. Because the footage shows the total opposite of what you said in your statement. And then he said, or one of them said there was fruit on the floor, there was wine on the floor, there was glass all over the place. Well, that's funny because when they walked through, the place was very tight. The dogs were running all over the place. There was no glass, there was no wine, there was no wine bottle, there was no frames on the floor. And they did not let the go anywhere past the living room.
Yeah, and everything was still cluttered, so like it should have been there for a while.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I'll see. I know what you're saying, but in this case, did they lie?
Rob, can I say something?
Sure, Carol. Say whatever you like.
I watched a live stream with SEC just prior to yours, and it was saying that possibly the police officers, the first set, when they went and Amber showed them around, the words that they used were they went across the hall to another apartment and it was next door to apartment 5. So they went into possibly apartment 4, not Johnny's apartment.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly right.
So that's so the first set of officers may not have seen what the second set of officers saw. So once they get to trial, they could ask, is this the same footage that you were shown?
Right, and to me, when you read the officers, they did more of a thorough job than the second ones did. The second ones just went up to Amber. They asked her, "You okay? Yeah. You want to file anything? Do you want to, no? Didn't want everything's fine. We're okay. He's not here." Like, all right, well, if you're not going to file anything and everything's fine and you look fine, what am I supposed to report about? What am I supposed to file a report about if there's nothing happening here?
Yeah. It's but it also would show that Amber's lying yet again about another detail because they asked her specifically, is this where the incident happened? And there was I think it's Haddon said that they asked them to sit on the couch that was right next to the door.
That's a good comment. Great comment.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the lounge room is not in penthouse 3 is not anywhere near the door, and that there is a little table with seats, but it's not right next to the door.
Well, here's another thing too. If we remember Rocky and if we remember Joshua, they were acting like I tried to get into the door and I banged on the door, but no answer. So I had to run back and go get my key. And
my favorite part.
And when you see the footage that I showed him my Johnny Depp shorts a couple of weeks ago, Johnny's coming off the elevator with who? His bodyguards. Right? And he said in his statement, how could they say such a thing when both my guards were right outside the door? Had
Yeah.
come to the apartment, they would have confronted them and said, okay, we're not letting you in. This is between Miss Heard and Mr. only.
Yeah.
So what are they talking? Keys. I had back to the apartment. I banged on the door. I heard screaming.
So full of BS.
Yeah.
So everything in those statements from Josh Drew and from Rocky, a complete and utter lie.
Yeah.
And by the way, Josh said he came in there or whatever. And I was like, wait a minute, when did you come in there? Because it had to be long after Johnny left.
Yeah. He wasn't in there.
And that's the thing too. Like, if you are under the impression that your girlfriend's fiance's best friend's boyfriend or whatever is abusive, why would you let your woman go in there by herself? My husband wouldn't let me go in there by myself.
No.
Yeah, and here's the thing: Rocky was hiding, obviously, in the penthouse because she passed by Johnny Depp, and Johnny was on one side and Amber was on the couch. But I was like, and he said when he took the phone, he just did like a toss behind him. He didn't throw it like a picture like she claimed. And when Trinity's watching the footage, and she's physically looking at her desk where she's sitting in the lobby, she's physically having a conversation with Amber Heard, who's only feet from her.
Yeah.
She said there was nothing on her face. I'm sorry. If you hit me with a cell phone, there is going to be something there for at least a week or two.
I bruise so easy.
The physical impossibility for a phone to hit your face, which is a 3D curved thing, and make a nice rectangular, it's not going to happen.
Mm-mm.
Yes. And another thing too, I just want to say, I went to the doctor. I should show pictures of this. I have the pictures. My arm was purple. This whole arm was purple. I couldn't lift. I had to be very careful. I couldn't drop this arm. I had to use one other arm. This one could barely lift. I was in a lot of pain because they took blood from me. They did a horrifying job. Horrifying. I was very painful. It was very painful. And my arm, purple and yellow and green, all these colors for a week. It didn't go away the next day. I didn't go down and talk to someone and say, hey, look, my arm is like this. That's not what happened. So how could you have these
swelling?
And Trinity said Johnny left the building, which we see footage again. If you watch my footage, Johnny left and he was mad and he was upset, but he wasn't drunk.
Nope.
He wasn't high like they claimed.
He wasn't acting a fool either.
Oh, he got on like any other human being would who was aggravated. And he got on a little, I can't believe him, man. Just a frustrated guy. I understand. And they left the building. He didn't go in the way and douse wine in the hallway, and he didn't take a bottle and throw it on the door. There was nothing on the door.
There was wine in the body cam footage. If you look closely, there is marks in the hallway, and there was wine in the hallway. Just because they went out and spilt some wine in the hallway doesn't mean that they did everything else.
Yeah.
Well, I see it. I mean, I don't know. I saw the pictures, but I don't know. I guess someone's got to show me. I didn't see that. Wow.
Yeah.
You pictures of that, Carol?
Yeah, I took screenshots of just as the police officers are walking past Penthouse 1, there's looks like a shadow on the ground, and if you take a screenshot of it and blow it up, it looks reddish.
Huh. Interesting. Sherry must be having trouble with her internet because I haven't heard her or whatever. Sorry. Wanted to get her opinion on things. Oh well. What does Jane say? Jane, that happened to me once from giving blood. A doctor did it. Don't let anyone. But Tech, yeah, I know. Yeah, learn the hard way. Crystal says she loves Tiffany. I wish you were here before. Tiffany was here for over an hour. So anyway, with Tara, go ahead. So, Bob, go ahead.
Jenny Godwin says that no, it was shadows. It wasn't shadows because it was in the same spot that corresponded to the photos that they took.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I didn't see Amber's people bring it up, but what do I know?
No.
I saw broken frames. I saw like clothes knocked over.
That was a different incident.
That's all I saw. I didn't see any, and her fake photos of her. Oh,
Yeah.
look at my
No.
you know, whatever. Sorry, I get frustrated. I hate the BS. I just can't.
It's like, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like, even if on the off chance that she was abused by Johnny Depp, she's destroyed any credibility that she could have stood on for that. Like, even if there was some truth sprinkled in there, like, there's so many lies that, like, she just, it's just obnoxious.
Nothing makes sense.
No, it doesn't add up. That's the problem. It just doesn't add. And there's too many witnesses. You got people who live there, like Isaac, and she invited Isaac over for dinner. And look, I'm not coming over. I saw what you did on TV. How about an attorney who lived in the building go on television saying she had no marks?
Yeah.
I lived in the building. I saw her the day after she did it. I was there saying, "Oh, poor Amber," and I was looking at her like the mark was there Friday and gone after that. The weekend after that, all of a sudden and then when she came home again, she gets a plant from Elon Musk. She spent the weekend with Elon Musk.
Yep.
Unbelievable. And she spent Tuesday, the day after she supposedly had a look on her face with James Franco.
Oh, I hope that we get his statement one day.
Unbelievable, man.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Tara Ross, she is I'm going to read a little bit of this and we'll continue next time. She's a state manager in Bahamas. So this must be what happened on Johnny's Island?
Yes.
Yes.
This is a good one.
This is a good one? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this then. So it's my experience of Johnny and Amber's relationship. So I'm skipping all the way to number 7. I've never saw Johnny, who is an usually kind man, be violent or aggressive with Amber or anyone else. I observed December of 2015 to my colleagues that Amber was a thrower, someone who would throw projectiles. I also witnessed Amber lunge violently at Johnny, pull his hair, and commit other aggressive physical acts against him, as well as the visible aftermath of the incidents outlined in this statement. Wow, she pulled his hair. My God, I don't have much hair. How do you pull this? I don't understand. How is this possible?
Johnny's hair's much longer.
Oh, yeah, his is longer. Yeah, I guess the back, because my back's a little long. So, yeah, I guess that's true. I forgot that. Wow. Prior to Johnny's marriage to Amber, he was outgoing, friendly, and social. It was a family environment when he would visit the island. Throughout their relationship and marriage, there was a distinct change in Johnny, and once social and animated person spent most days sleeping, becoming withdrawn, and our meals together dwindled to non-existent. During socialization or just moments to discuss island issues stopped as she would randomly show up. Very rarely were we allowed to be alone with him. She would wiggle her way into the discussions. Someone said this earlier, like just him going to the bathroom. The man couldn't go to the bathroom in peace. And people were saying this in the chat. So, again, here's a way of Amber, again, not leaving the man alone. She's obsessed with him.
Yeah, still is.
Like, my God, you give the guy a minute to breathe and conduct a business. I mean, maybe there was business or financials they had to talk about. And she's like, oh, I gotta hear. Like, what business is of yours? Are you paying for it? Like, oh, my God, this witness. Wow. Oh, my God. Okay, the events of August 24th. And Carolyn, stop me anytime you want to say anything or you see a comment in this comment. Stop me at any time. Anytime. Oh, Steve has one. I said, I hope Australia investigation on Amber does lead her to do time. We all hoped. Who wouldn't hope that? She's done. My God, yeah. I mean, seriously, I agree with you, Steve. I am aware Amber has, and this is August 2014. Sorry. I am aware that Amber has claimed in court that Johnny violently attacked Amber on the island on the 17th of August of 2014, and that Johnny kicked and broke a door. First, there was no door broken or any damage during that visit or any other. There was no broken anything. If there was, I would know it's part of my job on the island, which I live full time. Second, Johnny and Debbie Lloyd, a registered nurse, arrived on the island on the 8th of August, and Johnny left later that year. There was nothing out of the ordinary that happened during this visit, nor did I even witness a moment of discord on a tiny island. So it seems like everything was fine. Tina says, what? Amber was lying about everything. So when they ask her a question, she has pause or think what she said before. You know what's funny, Tina? If you guys see the deposition video, right? She's sitting there eating, right? And then, why? Why? And then she goes like this. She turns to the attorney like, come on, say something. Get me out of there. Get me out. Like, I'm like, my French. I'm like, bitch, answer the question. Answer the question that was presented before. No, she's looking to bail with stuff in her mouth. Like, my God, man. I knew right away this woman was finding any out she could. Any out she could. Ridiculous.
It's really interesting to watch breakdowns of body language experts watching Amber Heard's testimony. They just rip her apart.
Oh my God, it's amazing. I love it. Observe the body language guy. Oh, I love it.
Yeah. I've seen a few different ones and they all say she's hiding stuff.
Crystal says, can I ask everyone a question? What actually started the legal action between Johnny and Turtface this time around, since they're already divorced? I am just curious what pushed him over the edge.
It was the op-ed.
Yeah.
The op-ed.
And his reputation. I mean, knowing that you're going to get fired from, Disney, which gave millions and millions of dollars. And that's his franchise. And all of these are like a Fantastic Beasts. I mean, he got paid, but still. To know that Hollywood is, as he said, boycotting him, and cancel culture is trying to cancel him out, which I've seen. I seen a Twitter, which was really horrible. And someone had a knife and said, "Oh, I wish this was Johnny Depp or something." I mean, oh my God! Like they did to stab him. I thought that was such a disturbing Twitter. I was like, man, this is really this person is out of their head. I would never wish that for Amber. Jackie. That's
really odd, considering that Josh and Amber had that conversation about knives. So I find that very strange that Twitter post went out. I don't believe in coincidences.
Huh. I would listen. I don't wish death, Amber or Rocky or any of them. I wish the truth. I would like to know what the truth is. That's what I wish, but I don't know what else I can do. Justice for Depp, by the way, I sent you a link today to come on, but never. Oh no, I couldn't find you. That's right. I wanted to have you on today. I'll try to get you on in the week. The events of December 2015. During the evening of the 20th of December, Johnny drove to the office alone in his John Deere Gator. He said he just needed to get away from Amber. Shortly after, Amber showed to the office, of course. Wouldn't she? Amber started pleading with him to come back to the house. And at that point, I walked out of the office. A few minutes later, I heard his vehicle start and I stepped outside. Amber was standing in front of the vehicle, screaming at him and apparently not letting him get away, blocking his path. She then climbed into the vehicle. He drove her back to the house. I got my golf cart and went to the cafe, which was a short distance from the house. I called Christy Dembrowski, Johnny's sister, as I was unsure how far this would go. While I could not get what caused the fight, Amber repeatedly berated him, and it got increasingly ferocious. She insulted him, calling him names, and in the middle of this onslaught, I heard her say specifically, "Your career is over. No one is going to hire you. You're washed up. You're fat." You're fat. What? You will die a lonely man, and also screaming things that were incomprehensible. Wow.
The interesting thing about this testimony is none of that had been brought up before. And It was completely out of the blue. And then Amber had to scramble to put something in about it in her witness statements. It wasn't never mentioned before.
Elsie says, yeah, he is escaping. She tracks him down and harasses him. Not victim behavior on her part. Exactly, Elsie. Very victim behavior on his part. Elsie hit on the nose. Elsie's been on fire tonight. I have to agree with her on a lot of things. She's been on fire from the statues to the she's been on fire with a lot of things. So I got to give her credit. But go ahead, Jackie.
I was just going to say that it makes you wonder what they were fighting about. I wonder if he was, I think if I remember correctly, they were fighting because he wanted her to sign a prenup or a postnup or something. And,
yeah, I don't think that was that incident though.
But it makes you wonder, like, did he hint at the fact that he was thinking about leaving? Or is it just a typical fight between them, or
that December incident was very telling in that once they left the island in December, she took all her stuff with her, and she was never going back to that island. So I think that she'd been planning her escape, that it was all for a setup so that she could be married for a year and get out. But the dog trial really screwed everything up, because then she had to stay married for another 4 months so she could get to the trial, because she needed him for that.
Hippie Girl says post-nup was Australia.
That's right.
Okay. At some point, Johnny tried to leave again, and as they were in the parking lot, he repeatedly asked for the keys for the vehicle, which she had taken out. And she refused to give it back to him, which we later found in the house. He was responding to her verbal attacks by saying, "Go away, just leave me alone." Amber's screaming and berating rose to a fever pitch, and Johnny continued to yell, "Go away, leave me alone." I asked sister what I should do, and she said I should keep an eye on the situation as Amber's rage continued to escalate, and I described the scene to Christy. She said that I needed to intervene and I should go to Johnny's assistance. I hung up immediately, ran to the parking lot, and I saw Amber lunge at Johnny, clawing, tugging, and aggressively pulling him. He continued to stand there yelling at her to stop and leave him alone. When he stepped back to leave, her onslaught would start again. During this entire incident, I never saw Johnny hit Amber or push her back, nor did he physically react to the attacks. She would calm down and hug and apologize. Man, she's bipolar. She's got to be.
She's crazy.
Then he would say he needs to leave, and it would start all over again. Finally, I stepped in between them. She continued to reach for him, but maybe my presence stopped him. Wow, this is unbelievable.
I told you it was a good one.
Crystal Fox says he should file a restraining order. Isn't there a legal order for opposing sides to? Yes, he can do that, but he never did. But he could have. He could have, but he never did. He never did. I don't know why. I guess because Johnny's that type. Let's face facts. Johnny doesn't like violence. Johnny's a violent person. Johnny just wants happiness and love. He's kind of like, I would classify him kind of like a hippie from the 70s. He's just love. He loves everybody. kind of sounds like us, but he loves everybody, and he goes to his fans, and he goes to, and he just wants, he treats everybody and what everybody's done. So I don't know. I don't see this guy as the way she describes him. I just don't see it.
Not even a little bit.
No, not even a little. Okay, 15. I walked into the cafe. He laid on the couch, and that is when I saw that he now had a red swelling gash on the bridge of his nose. Amber, Johnny told me, thrown a quart-sized can of liquor thinner,
Lacquer.
into Johnny's, what was it?
Lacquer?
Lacquer. Yeah, lacquer thinner, that's it. Into Johnny's face, causing a gash. Wow, I don't remember him saying this.
That was brought up in one of the audios.
The next morning, bushes around their house were filled with art supplies. Okay, that had been thrown, including paintbrushes, paint tubes, and the deck was stained with the thinner. There was no damage to the house. She made no mention to me of what had transpired the night before and into the morning. So she just threw his stuff outside. Out of anger, out of rage, I guess. I don't know. Amber had also removed her ring and thrown it, and had asked for help as they were leaving that afternoon. It was found and returned to her. Amber was makeup-free and unmarked throughout this Christmas visit to the island. And as she was usually makeup-free when on the island, I never saw her with any sign of injury on her face or body whatsoever. Let me get to the comments people are saying, and I'll find out what you all think. Bessie says, Amber Heard hauled a shit ton of art stuff to the Australia house, and then she never used a day room thing. She just used the materials to throw at JD. It's a shame, man. It's a shame.
I have seen a couple of paintings that she has done. They're not, I wouldn't call them terribly good.
That is when she threw a can of mineral spirits at his nose and nailed it. Steve says the sad fact is a person being abused in a relationship will try to protect the abuser. That's true. Yep. Johnny protected Amber even when she cut off his finger. Yes, almost killed it. Absolutely. This is 100% true. You're right. You're right. Because you know what? I could speak on behalf because I was a person. I didn't want to see her. From my experience, I didn't want to see her lose her job. I didn't want to see her go to jail. I just wanted to leave. That was my goal. I just wanted to leave and have a peaceful ending. She wanted me to go to jail, and what was funny was she beat me, and she wanted me to go to jail, and the cop saw me bleeding, and he's looking at her like what? Like, that's not happening. So it just goes to show you that someone abusive has so much anger in them. They just want the worst for the person that they're abusing. And I don't know why. I don't have a clear... I'm sorry for that noise. What the fudge is going on around the neighborhood? That is piercing. Oh, my God, that is piercing. I'm going to have to go inside. It's so piercing. God, if it bothers you guys, let me know. I'll go inside. God.
I like crickets. It's fine.
What happened?
I said I like crickets and cicadas. It's fine.
That was piercing noise. God, I'm so sorry. Okay. But during this Christmas 2015, Amber had a photographer on the island to conduct the photo shoot. We did not know that this was happening, nor did Johnny's children. My recollection is that the photographer, Greg Williams, arrived on the 27th of December with his partner, took photographs the day after Amber's rampage. During the departure of the uninjured Amber Heard and of Johnny, who had been visibly gash on the bridge of his nose. Also present on the island during this late 2015 visit was Johnny's son, daughter, and daughter's friend. Children did witness the aftermath of the events of the 29th of December, as I got them that morning, explained to them what had happened, and took them to their father. When Amber would depart the island, she would always leave a considerable number of personal belongings behind. When she left the island on the 31st of December, she took everything she owned with her. When we did our usual post-visit cleanup, I made the observation to the other employees that all Amber's belongings and toiletries were no longer in the house. Wow, that's the statement of truth. That's it. Wow. Can't believe we finished it. Okay. I thought it was going to be longer. So, ladies and gentlemen, I did it in before this end of the stream. Awesome. Awesome. So happy. So your thoughts, Kel? What are your thoughts on the truth from Miss Tara?
Can I just read you a email, a text or an email from AH to IO Till It Right that was done on the 29th of December at 10:19 in the morning.
Absolutely.
He's been great. Having the kids here is being so quiet has been great. I mean, there's always been an upswing, but we've talked a lot about the fight, and over the course of the conversations, he's feel like he's starting to understand how bad he got. So she was talking about the headbutt incident, how it affected me physically and emotionally. I'm not going to stop holding him accountable, Josh. And so, you know, she's saying, oh, look, he's been great. But, you know, apparently, you know, supposedly he's, you know, he's the bad guy. So,
he's the bad guy. That's funny.
Yeah. I'm not going to stop holding him accountable. Josh and Rocky made it clear to him by refusing to come to the island, and so did my parents, albeit in a different way. He's had to really deal with knowing everyone is aware of what's going on. Well, I don't think so. He was in such denial about what he did. So she's gaslighting to her friends about it, especially the physical aspect, for God's sake. You know, so she's talking about an incident that happened ages before, but not talking about the incident there's nothing happening during this time. He's telling himself he was faking that I was hurt and I didn't do much damage. I mean, you know how delusional he can be. So she's saying, oh, he's delusional. I'm glad I'm getting a chance to reiterate that he really did damage this time, so it never happens again. Sorry for the long text. So, you know, what she's saying to them is not marrying up to what she's alleging is happening.
Now, my question again is, why would a person like Tara Roberts lie?
She's got no reason to lie.
Why would Trinity, who is the manager of the security company, lie? Why would Alejandro Lero lie? And you know what they say, right? Johnny's paid everybody off.
Oh, yeah, of course. They'd like to think that.
What's amazing is Johnny paid for her friends.
Yeah.
Johnny, you know, and they quickly turned on him. Well, wait a minute. That's the thanks that this guy gets for letting you live there rent-free for 4 years?
Not only that, she isolated his friends from him as well, which is another key thing that those sorts of people do.
You know, and
victims.
It's hilarious to me that she tries to paint herself as a victim when she lives in a building that her friends and sister lived in.
Yep.
Like if she was being abused, she, like you said, Carol, she would be isolated from anybody and everybody. He wouldn't be communicating with her parents. He wouldn't be telling her mother how much he loves her. He wouldn't be like, I just...
It's complete reversal of what actually happened. Just to make herself look good.
Yeah, it's just pretty unbelievable. It's pretty, like, so everybody.
It's all unbelievable.
Yeah, so everybody who works is basically saying the same thing. This woman was never marked. Johnny wasn't violent. She was violent towards him. She threw stuff at him. This woman's like, she threw him. She gashed his nose. She pulled his hair, and he was just like, you know, whatever.
Cut
He's
his
trying to get
finger
away.
off.
Yeah. Come on, she put a lit cigarette into his cheek.
Oh no, that was disgusting.
How do you do that? How do you do that? You cut off his finger, and I'm sorry if my wife is in pain. Man, my reaction isn't let me abuse her more.
Yeah.
My action is, oh my God, I gotta help you. You need help. We gotta get you help. That's my reaction. Not
Yeah.
let me mess up even more. And I think she said something to the effects I didn't even know he was bleeding or I didn't even know he was hurt. Like who are you lying to?
And
Yeah.
she said, "Oh, I thought it was my blood." Oh, really?
Your blood.
Don't think so.
Well, but from what? Well, I mean, I don't want to say what I'm thinking, but there's only one way it won't bleed without being touched, you know. And I know my dog is going through it right now. So unfortunately, and I'm sitting there like there's no other way. Like when she was like, "Oh, you know what? Oh, he had me against the fridge and the floor was wet. Wet from what?
Yeah.
What was the floor? What?
From
There
the
was
broken
blood
bottles.
there's blood on the floor. Like, how did blood get on the floor? What are you talking about?
And then
Oh,
you look at the
Cliff.
picture, and there's like drops of blood from where his finger was cut off, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's like
It's
I think
just
she
so
was really.
silly. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go,
I think
Karen.
she was
Go.
really banking on people not marrying up what she said to actual evidence.
mm-hmm.
This is very good. I want to. Judge Nichols' reasoning was so full of holes, says Steve. It makes the British judicial system look bad. That is the reason I highly doubt any of Amber's witnesses will turn as the will face that they will face jail in England.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I
And
don't
not
know what
only,
British law is. I mean, so I don't really know what happened. But go ahead, Jackie.
I was just gonna say, in caveat to that, is that's why they couldn't let the appeal go through for him. Because if they let that appeal go through for him when he filed that appeal in the UK, they would have had to rework all of his cases, all of Judge Nichols' work. They would have had to really dive deep. That's why they didn't let it go through. It had nothing to do with him not having enough evidence. It had nothing to do with anything other than the fact that because he was a judge who was retiring, they could not allow that appeal to go through because then it just destabilizes that entire judge and all of his workload for who knows how far back.
That is a great point, Jackie. You just made that's a fantastic point. And you guys are funny with the crickets. By the way, I don't think that big noise was cricket or Amber Heard. I think what it was some kind of machine or construction in the background. But it was piercing. I was like, what the hell? Anyway, does anyone know if Australia is still looking into Amber? I haven't heard anything since October 2020. So
No,
it's
I
almost
haven't seen
now.
anything.
Yeah.
I'm in Australia and I haven't seen or heard anything.
Yeah. Sean B says, I can't wait for all of Amber's lies to catch up. Her in Virginia. And I can't wait for the Green judge, Judge Penny, to grill her with reality. Well, so far, Judge Penny's doing a fantastic job.
Oh, yeah. I'm so excited.
Just a fantastic job. Amber Heard never said it would go this far either from Johnny or from his legal team. She thought the Me Too movement would support her allegations. Well,
yeah, because she got away with it scot-free for so long.
Yeah. That's true. You're welcome, Jenny. You're welcome. Yeah, if I see you guys ask any questions, I'll try to get them. It doesn't have to be super chat. Normally, I'll catch a super chat automatically because it stands out. But so don't be offended if I catch your comment. I'll always try to catch what I can. But, it's hard. It's hard to do. Oh, I'm sorry you didn't get no notification. I don't know what's up with that. You too talk sometimes. I really don't get it. I don't get it. I listen. I always try to go on Wednesday and then either Saturday or Sunday. That's going to be the schedule from now on. I'll do a member stream on the weekend. I don't know if it's Saturday or Sunday. I have to talk with the family, see what's happening, and then I'll pick the other day. So whatever day they want, I'll give them, and then I'll give one day to you guys. So that's I'm trying to, again, Libra balance, courts balance. Sorry, trying to balance everything. Trying to balance my YouTube with my life with this with it's try to balance. That's all. Planticus says she would do what she did on the stand in the UK on the screen. Would be sought after. She would be a sought after actress in Hollywood, and be unbelievable. It's funny. Planet Q. By the way, Planet Q has a Twitch. You guys would go check her out on Twitch. She's on with Jenny a lot. Her buddy, her and Jenny are on. I try to catch them when I can. Sometimes I'm just exhausted, so I can't. But she does have a Twitch, and I hope you'll check her out. If you have Twitch, you should go check out Planet Q. They always talk about something interesting, whether it's always some case they're talking about. Is it Johnny or it's the other guy? I forget, the rapper who got in trouble. What's his face? Because he peed on some kid who was underage. I forgot his name, but Kelly, Rob Kelly, R. Kelly. That's it, R. Kelly. Yeah, talk about R. Kelly or Johnny or so. Yeah, check her out. Yeah. Go check her out. She usually comes on after me. So R. Kelly, yes, thank you. Sorry, Jenny. Sorry. You're gonna make fun of me now. Yeah, okay. I know, I got it. Kelly. Sorry. So before we wrap up, because I'm gonna wrap up, I'm gonna see if Carol or Jackie got going off. So we'll start with Carol. She can say whatever she wants. So Carol, go ahead. It's all yours.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Want to say anything? Or?
I don't know.
Okay, well, this is Carol, everybody. This is Carol. She's a sweet woman. Carol, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Rob.
I might have a stream on this weekend if you want. I will have. If you want to come on, feel free. It's up to you.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're here. Thanks for coming. There's so much, and thanks for
having me.
Thanks for reading the email too. That was awesome.
That was good. Thank you.
And we got Miss Anna. There she is, who drives me bananas. Miss Jackie.
Hi. So like I said, I am currently on vacation right now, so I have not been very active on social media. I haven't been doing any writing. I've been spending a lot of time with my family. I think my husband's probably sick of me. He's ignoring me. But no, I've been focusing primarily on my family and hanging out with them and stuff. I have about another week and a half off of work, and then I'm going to go back into my normal job, and then my whole life will change again. So hopefully that'll bring more structure, because right now I'm staying up late. I'm drinking soda at night and sleeping in because my husband loves me, and still trying to get over my sinus infection. Like I said, I haven't been writing or anything. I've literally done nothing but hang out with my family, which has been amazing after being gone for so long.
I'm disappointed, Jackie. You're not drinking red wine? No red wine?
No, I don't. No, I don't drink. Definitely not magnum-sized bottles either. But yeah, so I do have a couple projects that are kind of paused right now, but I've been working on the Dark Walker saga, which will be my first, one of my first solo books that I'll be sending out. And then I did send a bunch of beta reader copies of Deliverance to some friends of mine, and I'm getting a lot of really good feedback, so I'm starting to feel more confident with publishing that. And I think you guys have heard me talk about it before, but that story means a lot to me because it's completely different. It's a story that I started 20 years ago, but just to give you some context, I was in an abusive relationship at the time, and my abusive partner told me that if he ever saw me writing again, he would burn my book. So I am going to publish that story, and it's going to be very interesting and give me some closure. So it's really, I'm really excited. I was hesitant at first, but the more I think about it, the more I feel like I have to do it, because it's literally been done. This book has been done for 2 years, and it's just been sitting around not doing anything because yeah, exactly. So that's so I'm hoping at the end of this year or the beginning of next year, I have to find a good editor and stuff like that. So we'll just have to see.
Awesome.
Good on you.
Good luck with that. That's awesome.
Thank you.
And before I go, I just want to say, Elsie, thank you so much. Elsie said you are doing great, Rob. And I really appreciate you and the community you have built. Thank you. This community is fantastic. And it's not me who built this community. It's all of you who come and subscribe and you join the live streams, you watch the videos, you comment in the comment section, which I've been trying to get a lot in. And I've been arguing with some amateurs who have found their way. And so Johnny fake accounts who have found their way. Oh, by the way, I just want to say this before I go. There was one person, and I'm going to talk this on the next live stream this weekend. They give a fake account $3,000. 3,000 US dollars. So please, I beg you, careful. And if you see anybody talking to any of these fake, whether it's a Johnny Depp fake or some actor fake, please tell them right away, this is a scam. Because this poor person, this lady was so sweet and we're talking, and she was talking to me and she really got me involved. She lost $3,000. I said 3,000 US. She's like, yeah, Rob, I can't believe I did this. I'm like, oh my God. So please trust me. It's not Johnny Depp on YouTube. Johnny barely goes on social media. And everybody wants to talk to him. But believe me, if Johnny was in my channel, I would bring him here so each and every one of you could talk.
You could see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I run a Johnny Depp Facebook group called Johnny Depp World. You are all more than welcome to come in and join, and love to see you in there. We're really strict on keeping all those scammers out. We vet everyone coming in. We also have a joint Facebook group that's, you have to be a member of Johnny Depp World to get into this Facebook group that deals with all the legal stuff. We don't have that in the main group, but we have a separate thing if you're interested in all the legal stuff.
All right, but I got to go. I'm in a real big hurry, so I'll see you later. My daughter's got to get to bed, and I got to make some dinner. I'm hungry. So love you all.
Thank you, Rob.
Bye. Bye. Bye.